What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Homie Hangout, where they help others move in excellence. And I have another quick video today. I posted a quick video this morning about the standoff in Washoe County. Here's another quick one, but it's more tragic. We all know or should know that fentanyl overdoses are on the rise. Fentanyl is in pretty much every narcotic now in the streets. So it would only make sense that fentanyl is also in the narcotics that get brought into the prison system, right? Um, so they've been having a lot of overdoses, in particular in Solano, right? I'm going to talk about Solano, but I'm sure that this is true for other prisons as well. But specifically for Solano and on the level 2 side in particular, they've been having a lot of overdoses on fentanyl. Now, straight fentanyl is not there, right? But the heroin is laced with it, just like the heroin out here. And so the COs have Narcan, right? I believe that's what it's called. And so a lot of those folks are revived, are revived. They don't actually pass away. Some people have actually had to be revived with the Narcan on multiple occasions, right? They get brought back, they go to the yard, they still get loaded, it happens again, they go back, they go to the yard, they get loaded, it happens again. And we know that that's true for people in the streets as well, right? Overdosing and getting brought back doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to stop using. So today took a tragic turn in the sense of somebody died. And I'm not aware of others dying at Solano from overdoses, This dude, he was a black dude from Richmond. He was in building 13, I believe. And yeah, they hollered man down, and by the time they came and seen him, he was dead. They couldn't revive him with the Narcan. And it's sad, what I'm saying? It's loss of life in prison is sad in general. And it's a messed up situation. Now, the drug use is so rampant among some groups that they actually have some policies that they've made. So for the Southsiders and for the Paisas, which run pretty close together on the level 2 side, they actually have a unwritten, so to speak, policy that if somebody overdoses, if one of their people ODs, then they don't just holler man down right away. They try their best to kind of revive them and wake them up. So they do their own little triage. And it's only if that's not working that they yell man down. So that's a last resort. And I don't know exactly why. I would assume that it's because they don't want the heat. They don't want the person that overdosed to get in trouble. They don't want the spotlight on their group segment. So that's my assumption on why they have that policy. I would think that it's also a dangerous policy in that time is precious during an overdose, right? And the more time you try to revive somebody, if they're beyond the point of that, that basic treatment helping, then they could wind up passing. But to my knowledge, folks haven't been passing over there until this guy passed away today. And so the Northerners, their policy is, they still have a no hard drugs policy. And now people are getting loaded, right? And kind of slipping through the cracks. And that's true for just about every yard where Northerners are. And actually, come to think of it, I think that some of that no hard drug policy has been rescinded by some of the folks that came out of the SHU. I heard something about that. I don't want to say 100%, but I think that's been relaxed. But nonetheless, in Solano on the level 2 side, you can't just run around getting loaded. And if you do get caught up, loaded or overdosing or whatever, I think you get disciplined the first time. The second time you get removed. That's what I'm hearing. And so yeah, it goes to show you how prevalent the drug use is, that groups actually have to set their own protocols for what happens when one of their people overdoses, right? We'll see what the administration does about this. This stuff has been happening since like February, March. It's been more common, more prolific. Dozens of people have needed Narcan to come back. And their response has been to search more and surprise searches and goon squad stuff. Um, but obviously it hasn't really made a dent in people's access to drugs. So will they change that now because somebody has died? Maybe. I don't know exactly what they would do. It To be quite honest, it's no secret that at least on the level 3 side, it's always been pretty easy to get drugs in, you know. And when I was in Solano, there was tons of drugs. Man, we had so much drugs, we had to bury some of that stuff on the yard just because it smelled so much. And so that's just been the case there. I don't know how necessarily they changed that. But also, I'm curious what kind of attention CDC gives this, right? Let's wait and see. It just happened today. But let's see, does this become a news story, right? Or is it kind of tucked in the corner and they try to mute it? CDC has incredible power when it comes to what the media reports about things in prison, right? They have a stranglehold on that. So unless it comes out through some unauthorized channel, like for example this, then they can keep things hush. I wonder if they're gonna do that. I wonder if this gets exposed a week from now. We'll see, because it's not a good look for them, right? It's individuals are responsible for getting high, of course, and so I don't want to dismiss that. But technically speaking, administration is responsible for ensuring that no drugs enter the facility, and so there's blame to go around. Anyways, prayers for the family of this brother from Richmond who isn't gonna make it out of prison, man. That's got to be a rough pill to swallow, and maybe this will help some people that are getting loaded over there take a second look at their choices, and at least be more mindful, and hopefully some of them decide to sober up. And I would hope that the prison has some type of services available to help people with that, right? I wonder if they have medicated recovery stuff, which a lot of people on heroin need. Quitting heroin and alcohol, both cold turkey, are the only two substances, man, that shit'll kill you, literally. And so I think Solano, in particular, needs to do a good job of, hey, man, if you're trying to get clean off this shit, we will help you in a responsible way, and it's not going to be used against you in terms of your classification or your sentence or whatever. I don't necessarily see that happening, to be quite honest, but that's what should happen. Give folks support that want to walk away from this. Anyways, like I said, it's a short video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, right? For some of you guys that have been locked up more recently, what are your experiences, right? Are any of these prisons really doing stuff? For those that have loved ones in there, man, let me know. Fill us in. And we'll leave it at that. There's other content, man. I'll link to it. I appreciate you guys. Help others move in excellence. That's what homies do. Help yourself at the same time because you're worth it. And help your community, man, because they need you. Take care till next time.